On to you, Sagittarius. So, a couple announcements before I begin, real quick. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to financially be able to support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the show going. Also, too, big announcement. I'm getting rid of a lot of the ads on my videos. All it is I'm going to do is just post ads at the very beginning before you actually watch the video. Sometimes you may see it, sometimes you don't see it, but that's it. That's all the ads that you'll see from now on. I figured that y'all have been so good. Y'all reached out. Y'all always reach out whenever it is that y'all get a chance. So I'm not going to go ahead and bombard y'all with ads trying to get a couple of dollars out of it. It is what it is. But so for you, Sagittarius, you have the Fool, the Hierophant, and the Three of Swords. The Hierophant represents Taurus and Sagittarius, so you did show up in your own reading. So basically, a lot of you are using your wisdom. A lot of you are very much so letting go of control. And what I mean when I say letting go of control, a lot of you Sagittarius are probably like, well, what are you talking about? Letting go of control of your love life. That's a huge problem. Not for you in particular, but just everyone in general. That's a huge problem. People like to control a lot of different things. And the Fool represents letting go of said control. The Fool is actually the most powerful tarot card because it's a person that does not seek to control other people. They seek to control themselves and want to understand themselves and understands themselves enough to know that they're not perfect and that there are certain parts of themselves that are tamed and that there are certain parts of themselves that are untamed and wild, like a horse. So it's a person that understands it, right? It's for instance, it's like a pet. It's like a dog. You know what I mean? You have to train your dog in certain ways, but you don't want to break the spirit of your dog, right? So of course not. You don't want to be disrespectful to your dog. So it's a good balance. What I'm trying to say is that it's a good balance of the two. You Sagittarius are beginning to actually find that balance where it's not about always being super, rigid, but at the same time, it's not being so playful that to the point where you end up getting distracted when people are trying to set you up for no good. And then you have the Hierophant, being able to listen to your gut. The Hierophant is a representation of a person that is very much so in touch with themselves, i.e., connected to, in touch with the divine. They are in touch with the divine, being in touch with themselves. They're listening to their inner voice. And that's exactly what it is that you Sagittarius are learning to do. You're realizing that your inner voice has to definitely be the most important person in your life, and that your inner voice will not steer you the wrong way. Obviously, you don't know everything. No one does. As intelligent as people like to say that I am, I like to think I'm pretty dumb, to be honest with you. I'm just a person that just says the things that are kind of obvious. But the point is that with you, Sagittarius, you're listening to that inner voice and you're realizing that you actually can trust yourself, and that the need for control and giving up control is actually where it is that you do get everything that you wanted. The Three of Swords now represents, however, it's a little bit difficult for you in the past to do that because it was that initial fear for you, Sagittarius, of like, now that you've given up control, what exactly is coming from this? What can actually happen? And you Sagittarius are beginning to realize that there's really nothing to fear whatsoever. The only person to fear is no one. There is no one to fear. Your life is going to be okay because you Sagittarius know how to survive anyways. So what exactly are you afraid of? And that's the thing that you Sagittarius have now come to ask yourselves, like, what exactly are you afraid of? Real talk. The Four of Wands and the Five of Cups now is about how, yes, you're still going to put yourselves out there trying to get to know other people, but it's not necessarily so much about being so caught up with if they're playing games with you or not. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to relax. You're going to enjoy yourself. you will be paying attention. But if you see that a person is slipping, if you see that a person, and when I say slipping, I'm not talking about falling in love. I'm talking about if you see that a person is letting that mask slip off, they're not who they implied that they were or acted like they were from the very beginning, I see that you, Sagittarius, will leave them alone. You'll see it, and you trust yourself enough to know there's some serious problems with this, and that you need to actually stay out of this and stay away from them. Okay. I thought that was the door. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords now is about, because you're looking for someone where you and this person actually can agree with one another. The two of you really do have similar values to one another. You know, obviously the two of you are not going to have exactly the same values when you look at it on paper, but I'm talking about you have similar values. A lot of the things that the two of you hold valuable are actually the same, right? A lot. Not all. It doesn't have to be every single thing. You don't want it to be every single thing. But a lot of the things that you like, you know, that's the reason why it is that you, Sagittarius, should be aware of anybody that is a chameleon. Anybody that, you know, hey, what's going on with you? I'm okay. You know, what do you like? I like green. Well, what do you like, Sagittarius? I like red. I like blue. Oh, I like blue too. It's like, yeah, my favorite color is blue too. I forgot that. It's like, oh, okay. Your favorite color is blue too. So why you ain't say that when I was asking you first? So you Sagittarius will be able to spot that, and you'll be able to spot the details. Because sometimes you Sagittarius can be so goal orientated and so big, so thinking about the bigger picture. That's the thing that Sagittarius be having in common. Aquarius has in common. Capricorn has in common. You know what I'm saying? Pisces have in common. Those are y'all, you know, y'all zodiac signs, the last four, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, y'all be having the bigger picture in mind so much to the point where you forget sometimes that, you know, you got to slow down and actually pay attention to the details. That not every single situation means that you should just be only paying attention to the long-term goals. Because when you start to pay attention to things long-term, what's going to happen to you is you're going to end up getting messed up due to the fact that you're getting yourself caught up with the ideology of like, just go after the big goal and skipping out on the smaller ones. So the Page of Wands now represents, so a lot of you Sagittarius are moving forward from that idea of only paying attention to the bigger goals and realizing that one brick has to be laid as well as possible every single day. And then pretty soon when you take a step back, you'll have a wall. In other words, yes, the bigger goal is the more important thing. But at the same time, how you get there is through details and small steps. So how do you get to a destination? You take one step at a time. Literally, right? If you're walking, literally, you know what I'm saying? Literally, you know? And the thing about it is that the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Cups is not going to be so easy to just come through and tell you that they love you, take your food, eat off your plate, and then leave you with nothing and trash you on your way out. No, you Sagittarius are building the wisdom. See, Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter represents wisdom that we all need. Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, y'all. And Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, represents good luck, but it also represents fortune. But it also represents long-term goals, being able to see something small right now, whether it's good or bad. Being able to see writing on the wall to be like, okay, you got to get away from this person. Or being able to see the writing on the wall to be like, this person I like who this person is now, and this person has potential. I like them. I'm going to go talk to them. I'm going to hang out with them because they're going somewhere now. They're not dysfunctional now. And they're already with a good platform. They already have a good foundation. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and help them out to grow even further. And I'm going to stick it out with them. I'm going to rock with them. And when you do that, that's when it is that you take in the reward. I'm getting all these kind of notifications on my phone. Excuse me. And like it is, I said before, the Seven of Wands represents like people trying to get over on you. And like I said, the Nine of Cups is not going to work. It's not going to work. You Sagittarius are going to be like, yeah, I was born that night, not last night. And I stayed up all night. So let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Two of Cups, Magician, Wheel of Fortune, right. Nine of Pentacles, right. Ten of Wands, right. The Two of Cups and the Magician, nothing is going to come as a surprise to you, Sagittarius, anymore. Because you trust yourself and you've seen enough. And it's just that one of the things that Sagittarius has a problem with is love and work. You know, Sagittarius, truth be told, Sagittarius, and don't take this personally, but sometimes Sagittarius can be like one-hit wonders. You ain't got to believe me. For the most part, Sagittarius can be like one-hit wonders in the sense that they pop. The game, Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying? Many other Sagittarians throughout history, they become known for something and then like that's their peak. And then they trail off after that. And whatever they hit the first time is never as big as what they did before they actually had their big blow up, before they actually popped the first time around. And a lot of you Sagittarius have to understand that how you create longevity in this game in life is by learning how to slow down and learning how to get into some of that creative juices by using your own wisdom, by slowing down for a bit. Because sometimes, and you know I'm being truthful here. Sometimes, again, the horse, when you understand the horse is a very panicked animal. So it's like y'all can end up kind of stepping on your own toes a little bit. Y'all know that I'm not, you know what I'm saying, taking shots at y'all. I'm just telling y'all things that need to actually be said so that y'all can actually benefit, right? So you want to benefit. So the thing about it is that you got to pay attention to how they are. Trust yourself. When you know this person is grimy, when you know this person is very ambiguous, shady, this person doesn't actively show you any kind of effort, that's a person that you should stay away from. Friendships and real connections and people who want you to know that they care about you, they put in effort. So many people want to know. It's like people who really care about you, honest to Allah. Praise be to Allah. You know what I mean? They put in effort. They really do put in effort. They reach out. They actually call you Sagittarius to know, hey, you Sagittarius good? Are y'all alive? I want to know. This is a wellness check. I'm checking in on a friend. I like you. I rock with you. If they're not doing that, if you Sagittarius find somebody is not actually checking in on you, the only time that they're up your butt is when you're getting paid or when you have some form of money. That is a huge indication that you Sagittarius should be doing everything you can to get away from them. Because the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles represents, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to get to here, which is abundance. You'll be stuck here, Wheel of Fortune, going through the same cycle. The only time that these people show you any kind of sliver that they care about you is around or on the day where you get paid, or when you have some form of money. They don't care how you get it. Their name is Bennett and they're not in it. And you, Sagittarius, will know it because so many people are so impatient and they're so caught up with money, right? They're so greedy. They're so poor in mentality. It's easy to see when somebody is trying to use you for money because their eye is so long. And the trend, anyway, I ain't even going to explain all that. But the point is that their eye is so long. They're so caught up with greed. They're up your butt now because now you got money. You got to look at those things. And at Ten of Wands, whenever it is that you see someone moves like this, stay away from them. Because I'm seeing that you, Sagittarius, definitely have somebody right now that's kind of wanting to come back and telling you everything that they think that you want to hear.